what do you know? It's time to do the show. I didn't intend for that to rhyme, but it did. And that's fine. Alright. Oh, coffee, tablet. I'm ready. Next. 3, 2, 1. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Today is Thursday, November 14th, 2019. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. Well, it's like stupid cold out. Where's the weather? I haven't even checked it yet. We're gonna do this live. Do I have that right here? Is that gonna show up? Yes. 10 degrees. It's 10. At some point last night, I believe it was 6. I think it was 6 when I went to bed. No. I say no. I veto that. It's November. Not okay. I'm also not sure why it's so dark in here, but it is. Hey, hold that question. Yes, we'll address that in just a moment. Good timing. So what's today? Today's Thursday. What was yesterday? Wednesday. It's all about product stuff right now. Just dealing with product. I think solving the challenge of the pants. That doesn't sound like what it actually is. If you've purchased one of our Luminary uniforms, the wraparound, crossover, karate, gi, whatever you want to call it, you know that the pants aren't ideal. Just some of the ratios are a little bit off for most people. And so we're working on that so we can get some more of those uniforms ordered up. I'm excited to do that. Working on that. Looks like we're ordering black and white sparring gear, so clappity clap on that. Kind of pumped. And yeah, that's what's going on. What's today? I thought I was going to be off doing construction today, but I'm not. Looks like that's done, at least for a little while. So I had today and tomorrow carved out, so that means they're going to be light days. I'm okay with that. Tomorrow is all about prep for training day Saturday. So I'm just going to get work done, just hang out, be good. All right. It's It's Thursday, which means episode of Martial Arts Radio is out. Now this one's not so much of a topic show. It's pretty brief. The bottom line, when we roll out a new product, a new service, we usually do an episode about it just to let everybody know. And if you've noticed lately, over the last couple months, there have been a number of episodes where people have written in with a question, a problem they were having, and ended up bringing them up on the air to answer it live. Those have gone so well that we're getting more of them, and people have come forward in a looking for more. So what we've done is we've offered that up. So bottom line, there are now new pages on whistlekick.com for individualized personal coaching, whether that be more physical or non-physical. Help me with my form, or I'm struggling with this problem, what do I do? Or for the martial arts school owner, the same kind of questions, marketing wise, what can I do here, that kind of stuff. So people can now get more of my help because more people were asking for help than I could handle for free. So Professionally, when that happens, start to charge for it. It's the smart thing to do. I try to do smart things. And I think that's it in that world. So question-wise, we just had one come in, which is good timing because nobody asked me questions last night. Good morning. Can I ask how you deal with stress and procrastination? Yeah. So the two are usually tied together. In fact, there are genetic markers that will indicate whether you are predisposed. That's the right word. Ooh, I'm having trouble waking up this morning. If you are predisposed to procrastinating. And that procrastination tends to happen for people who have a blunted, is it dopamine? I don't think it's dopamine, but it's a blunted response to the production of some hormone. And why do we wait until the last minute? Because I'm in this camp too. Because getting things done at the last minute brings us a thrill. Good morning, Daniel. We can feel it. You know, getting something done weeks in advance, that doesn't bring anybody any adrenaline-fueled satisfaction, but getting a project done 30 minutes before it's due or 5 minutes before it's due, yeah, there's a thrill there. And so people will look into that. Daniel says, I was going to look into procrastination, but figured I'd do it tomorrow. Love it. Now, how does that relate to stress? If you are chronically procrastinating, looking for that response, feeling that chemical response, you're in a place of chronic stress. It's going to continue to happen. And there are a lot of things you can do, but coming to understand, I think understanding why you do what you do and how you've built these patterns over however many years, I think understanding that is probably the best place to start. There's no pill that I'm aware of to end procrastination. If there was, I wouldn't recommend it anyway. Someone will probably come out with one soon. Take this thing and you won't procrastinate. I think the other piece is finding a why, finding a really important why. If it's a project that you don't care about, or a job that you don't really care about, probably not going to wait until the last minute. Or you might wait until the last minute. If you do care, you're probably not going to wait. So one of the things that helps me from procrastinating in my work, because as much as I love what I do, there are plenty of things I don't love doing. It's the recognition that everything that I do leads to something else. And the more time I wait, the fewer things it leads to, and the success just takes longer. So if you want to get there faster, do more. I know it seems pretty simple. It's not in practice, but it's not that hard either. Stress. I may not be the best person to ask about stress. I deal with chronic stress, chronic anxiety. And I'm working on it. And I've been working on it, and I will continue to work on it. And I don't know that I'll ever be free of it. But I have better tools now than I used to. My stress comes from one of two places. Well, three. Money, as in not having enough of it. Having too much to do. And feeling like I'm not going to get everything done in an appropriate time frame. But for bonus points, I also grossly overestimate my ability to get things done in a certain period of time, as well as artificially apply deadlines to things. Yay. And then the third one is in personal relationships when people are mad at me. I'm a lot better on that one, but still happens if I suspect someone is really upset with me. If I know they're really upset with me, I'm usually fine. But if I think they are and I'm not sure, that often creates a lot of stress for me. But the more time I spend stressed and the more time I spend working on understanding why those things stress me, um, I'll have conversations with myself. What is the issue and unpacking it. What is the real worst case scenario here? What is the likely scenario? How do you prepare for these? Are you being fair to yourself? I'm getting a lot better at self-talk and not allowing for so much of a distinction between the way I treat others and the way I treat myself. That's been huge for me over the last, it hasn't even been that long, maybe a year. I tend to be pretty good to other people, pretty nice, forgiving, but I'm not that with myself. And I'm trying to get better at that because I deserve that, and everyone deserves that. So I don't know if those answer your questions on stress and anxiety, but hopefully they're a good start. Here's a good question. Are any of the sessions of Saturday's free training day going to be recorded? I'm not going to record them. You know why free training day is my favorite event? Because it requires extremely little effort on my part. Here's what happens. I find a date. We lock that date in. I've got a running list of all the people who have ever taught that are still permitted to teach, because sometimes people break the rules and they teach their session and then they just leave. That's not what we're about. And then I go through and I look at who's taught the last few years in a row. Let's rotate them out. Who taught last year and was really well received, let's bring them back. And then let's find, another 20 to 30% new people that we can get in. And so I start reaching out and just sending emails, and eventually end up with a roster, get their session information, build a schedule, print out some release forms. This year I had to call the insurance company and say, hey, I need a certificate saying I have insurance. School wants it. Say, okay. And then I show up and I go, here's the sessions, and I tape it on the wall. And then it just happens. It's great. Day of, I will be participating in events. I'm also the fallback instructor. So we'll see how that goes. It's supposed to be cold on Saturday, but there's not supposed to be snow. So knock on wood, people won't have a hard time getting there. Last year it snowed, like a bunch. Or was that 2 years ago? I don't remember. One of the last 2 years we had a bunch of snow, and it was getting worse and people were leaving early because they were concerned about the weather turning. And to be fair, we had a bunch of people coming from southern New England who don't really understand snow and snow tires and all that. So that's very, very explanatory answer of no. No recorded sessions. There should be some photos, but if you wanna see what's going on, you gotta come check it out. Or you gotta work with me so we can get one of these in your town. Because I have no problem with people using this idea. If it's done in the right way, we'll lend our name to it if you want. I'll help get stuff set up. We've interviewed people from just about every state. So we can maybe get you some instructors. It's a fun event. It's a good time. Nobody else has anything, ask away. Otherwise, I'm going to wind down. and get started on my day of sitting and doing very little. I'm excited. Almost a 3-day week, almost a 4-day weekend. No, I've got a half day of work. Got a solid half day. There were some things that I pushed off from yesterday. I'm gonna try and get everything from Friday done today. Then I can have tomorrow about Friday on. So, all right. Here's what we got. Remember, subscribe, turn on notifications because this show comes out live weekdays, 6:30 a.m. Eastern, only on YouTube. But we do put it up later as audio. You can catch it in your podcast app. Excuse me. If you want to ask a question, drop it below. Or if you're listening, email me, jeremy@whistlekick.com. Go check out that episode on coaching and consulting. It's here on YouTube or, again, podcast app or whistlekickmartialartsradio.com. If there's something I can help you with, let me know. And if you're unsure of my skill at doing so, go listen to more episodes. Because I'd like to think it's something I'm pretty good at, is helping people. Martial Arts Therapy is a show we considered as a spinoff, but I'm not going to go there yet. And finally, your homework. Spend a few minutes considering the things in your life that are stressful. Stress isn't all bad. It's good. It helps show us what's important to us. But take stock. Is the stress a side effect of things that you're doing? It comes and goes, it's a signal to you, or is it there all the time? Is it the thing that drives you? Are you chronically stressed? If so, I want you to start contemplating. No action yet. Considering. Are you willing to do something about that? Because there are a significant number of resources out there if you are, but you have to be willing to, because it's not a overnight change. It's probably something you've been doing for a long time, like me. Something I've been doing a very long time. And if you are willing to do something about it, the first thing I'm going to suggest is you keep some notes. It can be like a full-blown journal, but it doesn't have to be. When are you stressed? Why are you stressed? How does that impact you, good and bad? And just start to understand it. My suspicion is you'll start connecting some dots. Those might give you some ideas on what to do. And if people have specific questions around stress or anxiety or anything like that, you can certainly write them in, and I'll answer them as best I can. But Google is a pretty good friend in this case. So, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm going to drink much more coffee now. Take care. Peace.